Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Sunday League today. This is Season 2 of 2020, Round 6, Tier 1. And we're racing at Laguna Seca. One mate race in the R8 Renault Gordinis. Grid walk today. On pole we have Drsl. He's our championship leader at the moment on 95 points. Picked up a race win last round following a DC from Martin. But that coupled with a great opening 3 rounds from Des season, 3 points clear at the top of the table at the moment. And in second place we had myself, DJ Rice, 4th in the championship at the moment with 69 points. Picked up my second podium of the season last round with a 3rd place finish. Only 2 points behind Alex at this stage of the season, but he has already missed 2 rounds. And in 3rd place we have Mungino. He's 5th in the championship at the moment on 54 points. 7th place finish last round for Mung, finds himself 15 points off myself in 4th place, but did miss round 3, so we'll see how things start closing up towards the end of the season. In 4th place we have Alex. He's 3rd in the championship at the moment on 71 points. He's missed the last 2 rounds, finds himself 24 points off the top of the table because of that, but all points scored from here on out will count towards his season total. In 5th place we have Ferdek. He's 17th in the table at the moment, 12 points. Still only 1 round registered for Ferdek this season after a string of DNFs. Let's see if he can do the full race distance today. And in 6th place we have Wilco. He's 8th in the table at the moment on 50 points. Best result of the season so far last round, just missing out on a podium. He's only 4 points off the top 5. 4 points off of the top 5 in the table at the moment, so let's see if his form continues today. And in 7th place we have Mercer, MJR Mercer, 7th in the table at the moment on 51 points. Just inside the top 10 last round for Mercer, finds himself in the middle of a battle between 5 drivers with only 10 points separating them at this stage of the season. And in 8th place we have Bullet, 6th in the table at the moment on 52 points, just inside the top 5 last round, his best points all so far this season, still chasing that elusive podium to break away from the midfield fight that he finds himself in at the moment. And in 9th place we have Daz. He's 10th in the table at the moment on 34 points. Excuse me, sitting 10 points adrift of the next guy up ahead of him in the table, who is Canny. Did miss round 3 though, so will potentially move up the table as rounds start getting dropped towards the end of the season. And in 10th place we have Muller. Excuse me, 12th in the table at the moment at 27 points. He's only registered points in the opening 2 rounds, which he did score well in, but all points scored will count towards his season total from here on out, so potentially will move up the table as well. Got a lot to do from 10th today. In excuse me, 11th place we have Canny, 9th in the table at the moment, 44 points. His best result of the season coming last round as well, with a 6th place finish with a clean race bonus. Only 10 points off of 5th place at the moment, but he's got a lot to do starting from 11th today. And in 12th place at the back of the pack we find Martin, 2nd in the championship at the moment on 92 points. Disastrous DC last round while leading the race. Obviously seen him drop to 2nd in the table, and disconnection today during qualifying as well, just as he set the pole time, so finds himself just about rejoining the lobby, but starts at the back of the pack today, so should be interesting to see how he gets on. But that's a group walk today. Let's get underway. Just about to get underway here, looking back from the pole sitter Drsl, building up the revs in these R8 Gordinis. Should be a fun race in these little cars around here. Tuned up a little bit as well, added a little bit extra horsepower to them to make them a little bit more fun to drive, but it's a clean start, and that sounded like Des hitting the limiter there. That may well cost him into T1. He finds himself right on the outside of the group there as Mung gets on the inside, a little bit of a nudge there, he's side by side, but Mungino should move up into 2nd, but he finds himself right in the middle in between. Desla's lost the back end. Looks like he collected Mungino there as well, just sent him onto the grass. So we'll take a look back at that in a second, but that is myself up to 1st place now. Alex up into 2nd. Ferdek up into 3rd now as well. Wilk up into 4th. Martin up into 5th place after starting from 12th. 45 seconds into the race, he's up into 5th place already. As we've got Bullet in 6th place, Daz in 7th. Mercer in 8th, Drsl down to 9th place now, Canny in 10th, Muller in 11th, and Mangino down in 12th. So let's take a little look back. So just rejoining the action right at the start now, on board with Mangino. So had a really good getaway. It's myself got the inside line into the Andretti hairpin. See, Drzl's lost a little bit of speed, runs wide. Mangino has a good look up the inside, and then out of nowhere Alex has an even better look up the inside. A tiny bit of contact there, but Drzl's already lost the back end, and yeah, just accidentally punts Mangino out into the sand there. Purely a racing incident. Mangino getting sandwiched in between Alex and Drsl there, and the pinball physics yeah, just sending Mangino out into the sand. But got myself up into first place now. Alex capitalising on that, up into second, Ferdek up to third now, Wilco fourth, Martin up to 5th place, as I said. Lightning start from Martin, making the most of the first corner, and that looks like Mercer and Daz almost side by side into turn 6. So Daz done enough there to stay ahead, I'm not sure. And up ahead, that's Ferdek going a little bit too hot into the corkscrew for the first time. He's lost a couple of places there. Excuse me. Was running in 3rd place, moves down to 5th now. That's Martin making up another place on the first lap, up to 4th. So that's 7 or 8 places made up for Martin on the opening lap. We've got Wilco in 3rd now. Myself ditching a penalty there by the looks of it. So Martin picked up a little bit of a penalty through the corkscrew. Looks like Alex has had a really good exit, and he's got a little bit of a run, picking up the slipstream now. And it's myself going defensive early on. So Alex takes a really wide line. He's going to have a good run out and really tight line, and see a bit of a counter steer there and run wide, and Alex moves up into 1st place. Good move there from Alex, just about, as he hangs it round the outside, turn 3, and gets the job done, moves up into 1st place. Myself down to 2nd now. Wilco under a little bit of pressure from Martin, 3rd and 4th place. Turn 5, mine just dropping back a little bit there, as Wilco doing enough to hold on to 3rd place at the moment. And Horse's bullet on the inside of Ferdek in turn 6. He's dropped back. Ferdek's gone a little bit too hot again as he goes wide out onto the sand. Just about keeps control of that car, but he's lost another couple of places there, as you see Mercer moving through, and Daz also moving up to 7th place. Ferdek down to 8th place now, and that, I thought it was Daz running a little bit wide there. But yeah, no, Daz holding on to 7th, Ferdek in 8th now. So Mangino's moved up a couple of places, back up into 9th. Canyon in 10th, Drsl 11th, and Muller in 12th. All kicking off on these opening laps, and that is Wilco, Alex, and has Alex had an incident there? He's dropped right back to 4th place. As looks like Martin's going to have a run on Wilco into T2. So they come through that little kink over the hill. This is classed as turn 1. And Martin moves himself up into 2nd place, and Wilco down to 3rd now. But Alex into 4th. Let's take a look back, see what happened there. So just rejoining Alex on lap 2. Just coming up to turn 6. Very difficult corner, and he's a little bit loose through there, but you see he's already pulled a bit of a gap to myself in 2nd place after getting the move done through the Andretti hairpin on the start of this lap, and just coming through the corkscrew and the exit, and he's just lost the back end completely. Just about keeps it pointing in the right direction. So he's really that upset Wilco's line, but done well to navigate that with no contact. So Wilco up into 3rd, up into 2nd, sorry, and then Alex running a little bit wide there again. And he coming up to the final corner, and he's just understeered, and Martin just nipped through the inside. And as you see at the end of this lap, before we went back, gets the job done, and Wilco into T2 as well. So just 2 laps, and Martin finds himself in 2nd place, having started at the back. Wilco in 3rd, Alex in 4th. Bullet up to 5th now after 3rd off. Closed the gap right up to Alex as well now after Alex's really messy lap 2. Mercer still in 6th, holding Daz off at the moment. Ferdek in 8th, under pressure from Mungino now, who's finally getting himself back up to speed after that unfortunate incident on lap 1. Going purple there as well. Drsl following closely behind in 10th. A little bit further back you've got Canny just doing enough to stay ahead of Muller at the moment. 11th and 12th. So with all that carnage and everything else, that's myself back up into 1st place. Martin in 2nd now. Clean air, see what he can do. Alex back up into 3rd. 3rd, 4th and 5th, really close together now. And just going through the corkscrew, looks like Alex is ahead and Bullet's made up a place up into 4th now. Allowing Martin to pull away a little bit, see what Alex can do, if he can stay a bit more consistent, start closing that gap up to Martin up ahead. So Bullet in 4th place, Wilco in 5th, Mercer really close behind now as well, so Wilco's dropping off the pace a little bit this stage of the race, and that's Alex going a little bit wide out of the final corner there as well. And, still keeping the speed up. And Daz is ahead of Mercer, so we missed that as well. So Daz moves himself up into 6th place. Might have been through the final corner there, just missed that. It's Mercer down to 7th now as Mungino moves through up into 8th place past Ferdek, and Top Drsl followed that line through as well. So Ferdek's going to have the inside turn 3. Drsl just about, there's that contact there. I think there's just a tiny bit of contact between Ferdek and Drsl as those kept trying to go side by side through turn 3. It's always going to be very tight, and that looks like Ferdek has disconnected. So Ferdek has dropped out of another race. So yeah, still only one point registered, 1 round registered for Ferdek this season. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but Drsl now having to recover yet again. Muller's the next man upfield in 10th place now. I'll just rejoin myself going purple on lap 4. As Martin having set the previous fastest lap on lap 3, 42.5, 42.7 for myself, so starting to close that gap up a little bit. Alex under all sorts of pressure there from a Bullet coming towards the end of lap 4 as he runs wide again. He's going to lose a little bit of speed, maybe a bit of tyre grip into the final corner, but does enough there as Bullet going a little bit sideways as this group really starting to bunch up behind now. As it's like Mercer's falling right to the back of it. Mungino making another place up to 7th now. Mungino on a bit of a charge at this stage of the race. So he has a look on the inside of Daz as well, so up into 6th place. Right on the bumper of Wilco in 5th. A little bit of a gap behind Bullet to the group behind. As that 4-car battle continues to trade places there. Mungino's now at the back of it, having made a couple of places up, and falls right to the back of that little group again. So Wilco, Mercer and Daz making up a place again. Bullet gets a little bit untidy through turn 5. As Alex pulls a little bit of a gap now, and check on the lap times of the leaders at the end of this lap. to the end of lap 5 now. We'll check these times, and 42.6, and a new fastest lap there for Martin, 42 flat, so over half a second gained on that last lap. Starting to put the pressure on now. Really minimal tyre wear on these cars. I imagine most people will be looking to go the distance on one set as Alex drifts around the Andretti hairpin. 43.4 last lap for Alex, 45.3, dropping over a second back there on the last lap bullet. So we'll go in 5th place, still ahead of this little group. Drsl 6th now, Mungino back up into 7th, and Mercer down to 8th now. Can he start getting on the back end of this group? He looks like he's starting to get some consistent lap times in. So Drsl's up into 10th place now as well, having made a move on Muller somewhere. Was behind on the last lap. So Drsl back up to 10th, Muller in 11th. Myself in 1st place still, just doing enough to stay ahead of Martin at this stage of the race. Tiny bit of tyre wear kicking in on the rear of this car now. Check the lap times again, see if the gap has closed up anymore. 42.4 and 42.6, so managed to open that gap up again. You see Mercer and Monks coming side by side through the final turn of lap 6. 6th place at Mercer. Might be getting a little bit of a tow from the car ahead there. Gets himself ahead into T2. See Mungino hanging it round the outside. Oh, he's on the grass again, is he? Just about stays on the tarmac, loses a lot of speed there. And yeah, as I say, Canny was closing the gap up to these guys, moved himself up to 8th place now, and gets amongst this 5-car fight. That's still in 6th, so Will going 5th. Setting his personal best on the last lap, just settling down and finding the rhythm again. Bullet in 4th. Alex still in 3rd, not managed to pull too much of a gap to Bullet at this stage of the race. Bullet setting his personal best on the last lap as well, for 43.7. Half a second quicker than Alex. And Martin's still going purple, and has really closed the gap up to myself in 1st now. There's a little bit of action at the back. I think Canny's had an incident somewhere. Mungino makes that place up again. Oh, Canny's had a massive incident somewhere. He's dropped right back off the back of that fight. We'll spare his blushes, won't go back for that one, but yeah, you see the graphic there on the top right. That's a huge gap, so must have had a massive incident, probably through turn 6 and off into the sand. It's under pressure from Muller now in 10th, and we've got Drsl in 11th as well, so Drsl also had an incident, maybe caught up in whatever happened with Canny, we don't know, but anyway, back with the leader of the race. Got myself in 1st, just setting a PB through sector 1 as Martin really is putting the pressure on now at 41.9 on the last lap. Obviously watching that delta get smaller and smaller. A little bit of a lock up there in the turn from turn 5, but keeps the speed up. Just about maintaining that gap at the moment. Alex in 3rd place, setting his personal best on the last lap as well for 43.2. Not quite on the leader's pace at this stage of the race, but not barely at the halfway mark at this point. PB from Wilco as well on the last lap, starting to close that gap up to Bullet up ahead. Mercer's bit of field spread now with these guys, as Mangino back up to 7th, Daz is down to 8th place now after running near the front of that group a couple of laps ago. Kenny's still in 9th, doing enough to hold off Drsl, who's made a place up. Drsl was running in 11th, so he's moved back up to 10th, and now putting the pressure on Kenny. Kenny runs a little bit wide there, has a bit of a wiggle. He's got the inside of this corner, but Drsl runs him really tight. Kenny just really loses the back end there, and I think we've lost someone else at the back there. Muller lost another driver, so Kenny in the final top 10 spot now. 10 runners left. Myself still in first, just about doing enough to hold Martin off at the moment. Keep it neat and tidy through turn 6 to do. So yeah, still doing enough to stay ahead at the moment. Alex in 3rd place, just going to turn 6 now. Look behind, and Mercer's really picked up the pace. He's slightly untidy lap last lap for Wilco maybe, but Mercer's really closed the gap up in 6th place now, chasing that 5th place down. Mangino in 7th, looking to chase these two down, and that is myself pitting from 1st place. That will promote quite a few drivers. It's a long lap here, long pit time should I say, but obviously not happy with the minimal tyre wear I did have, but we'll see if many drivers, if any, pit, as you've got Wilco pitting as well, Alex carrying on, Bullet carrying on, Mercer carrying on, Mangino carrying on, and that's Daz pitting as well. So yeah, a few drivers not happy. So only minimal tyre wear, as you can see on the graphic there on Mangino's car, but that minimal tyre wear does cost you quite a bit in lap time, as you see myself in the pit exit there, looking, I'm going to be side by side with Mercer there, as Mercer just sweeps round and moves himself up into 4th place as they come through turn 3, and that's me going a little bit too hot and just cooking the back end, slamming into the wall. Not the ideal out lap, and dropping right back down to 6th place. Drsl the next man down the road, but should be safe from Des this stage of the race. As saying that, Dsl's got himself back up to 7th. The guys that have pitted, Wilco, Daz, drop right back down to what was 9th and 10th. Wilco makes a place up on Kenny there, moves up to 8th. So Drsl moves up to 7th and clean there now, having not made a pit stop. Myself was leading the race, made a pit stop, and find myself in 6th place now after that spin. So you got Martin in 1st place, leading the race now for the first time after starting from the back of the grid. A really good drive from Martin there, and he's really good on the tyres, so should be good to the end of the race. We'll see if he can maintain the pace, as you've got Alex in 2nd now. 3rd, 4th and 5th, very close together still. Bullet, Mercer and Mangino, none of these guys choosing to pit. So it's only minimal tyre wear, but the car does get quite untidy, and yeah, you can end up losing quite a bit of lap time. So Wilco in 8th place. Kenny still holding on to the back of Wilco at this stage. Wilco's got in front, but hasn't managed to drop Kenny yet. So that's running a little bit wide out of the final corner. It's 3rd, 4th and 5th look like the closest guys on track at the moment, fighting for the final podium spot. We'll see if myself in 6 start getting back up to speed on the fresh tyre, and absolutely cane this car to the end of the race now. See if we can make up a few more positions, having pitted from 1st place. So Drsl in 7th clean air. So Wilco and Kenny still running close together. That's a little bit further back in 10th. Still looking good at this stage of the race. Still setting very good lap times. 42.8 last time round for Martin. We'll have a look at this lap compared to the guys behind. 42.5, 43.9, so still a second and a half quicker than second place Alex, who also hasn't pitted. Reasonably comfortable second place at the moment. So the time Alex sets it. Alex firmly in the 1 minute 43s now. It's Bullet, Mercer and Mungino close together. Mungino's had a good exit out of the final corner there. Might have a bit of a run on Mercer, but Mercer might be getting a little bit of a tug from Bullet up ahead. Just about stay a car's length in front into T2. Position to train there myself at 6:42.3. So 2 seconds quicker than Mungino on that last lap, but so just over 10 minutes is race to go now, running out of time. Dad's doing a comfortable 7th place. Looks like Kenny's had an incident somewhere. He's dropped right back. Dad's up to 9th. Kenny down to 10th place now. Yeah, he hasn't pitted, so yeah, he's had another incident somewhere. Lost quite a bit of time. So let's have a quick look at the live timings, see how far Martin is ahead at this stage. He's got his 15.5 seconds ahead. Bullet 5 seconds behind Alex this stage of the race, closely followed by Mercer, closely followed by Mungino, and then myself 3 seconds off the back of that fight for 3rd place. Martin looking very good to in a very good position to win this race. Just under 10 minutes left to go now. 42.6, still setting very good lap times. As Alex just starting to struggle with the rears now a little bit. Bullet's still doing enough to hold on to 3rd place under pressure from Mercer. Mungino's dropped a little bit further back off this group, and that's myself really closed up to the back. I was 3 seconds behind Mungino. Just checked the live timings. It's got me down to a couple of seconds now. 42.3 and 44.8, 2.5 seconds gained again on that last lap. So still got a lot of work to do, as that's Mercer up into 3rd place. Now missed that, let's have a quick look back. So yeah, this review was flick back and I was waffling on about myself, just missed Mercer. Excuse me. Mercer making a move into the hairpin. There's Bullet's running a little bit wide there. Mercer saying thank you very much. Takes up the inside and moves himself up into 3rd place. Bullet down to 4th now, see if he can fight back. Obviously that's going to slow them both down and start closing this pack up yet again. Bullet's all over the back of Mercer at the moment, it's going through turn 5. Mercer takes a nice tidy line through there, holds on to 3rd place. Nothing Bullet can do at the moment as he's dropped back a little bit. Oh, he's onto the sand there, it's going to cost him. Just about keeps the car. And there's like full opposite lock there, just about keeps the car pointing in the right direction, and does lose some time and loses a place into the corkscrew as well. Myself up into 5th place now. So Bullet the next man down the road. So not much tyre wear at all, but so you will see the difference in lap times. These guys solidly in the 1 minute 44s now. A couple of 1 minute 42s for myself in the last 2 laps. Might be in a position to make a move on Bullet into the hairpin as well. Bullet is getting that toe from Mercer up ahead. Move to the inside a little bit, take a look. A lot later on the brakes. And reasonably easy move there on the fresher rubber. Move myself up into 4th place. Mercer, the next man down the road, in 3rd. Corkscrew on that 14. Martin doing a very, very good job. 42.9, so that lap time starting to dip a little bit as we get deeper into this race. Got more. He's probably got a pit stop back to Alex at this stage of the race if he wanted it. But he's in a good position. I think he's still setting better lap times than Alex at this stage of the race. So. In very good positions. We join his training cars through the corkscrew. Mercer in 3rd, myself 4th, Bullet 5th, Mangino in 6th. Mercer doing a good job in 3rd place now. He's got some clean air. I've got myself crawling all over the back of him at the moment. Mangino thought he slammed it into the wall there, loses the back end a little bit, drops off the back of his pack, and looks like I've had a better exit out of the final corner. But Mercer has got the inside of the hairpin. We'll see what happens here. As run really wide there. Mercer just hugs the inside, and I just about keep it off the gravel there. And Mercer back up into 3rd place, immediately taking that spot back. Not looking to give up this podium spot without a fight. He goes a little bit defensive into turn 5, and you see just sweep round the outside. Just that little bit of grip difference. It's easier to get the power down, take a better line. I got myself in 3rd place now. Mercer in 4th. See if he can stay with myself in 3rd. See what Bullet can do from 5th place as well. Mangino in 6th, getting back up to speed after nearly being in and out of the final corner the last lap. Oh, this lap, should I say? No, last lap. Maximum drift points there for Monk. Looks like I've managed to open a bit of a gap to Mercer. If I manage to break that toe, should be able to pull away a bit. Next man down the road will be Alex, just the length of the straight. 44.1 for Alex. 42.5, so 1.5 seconds quicker than Alex this stage of the race, but only 3.5 minutes left to go. I'm running out of lap times now. So Mercer has pulled a bit of a gap to Bullet again. Bullet locks up into T2. Just about gets the nose in. Drsl back up into 7th place now. Oh, he's always been in 7th, having not pitted. Daz and Wilco, the guys that pitted and lost a place to Drsl earlier on in the race. So 43 flat. Last 2 laps from Daz. He's definitely found some pace this stage of the race, but again, just running out of time. Don't think he's going to get close enough to Daz, but we'll keep an eye on that towards the end of the race. Looks like Mangino's really closed that gap up to Bullet up ahead. He's had a really good line through turn 6 there as well, as he side by side into the braking zone of the corkscrew. And they're side by side through the corkscrew, and just about keeping it on track there. Bullet doing enough to hold on to 5th place. It's a good fight for 5th and 6th. Mangino has another go. He gets a good exit out of the last corner. Should have a good run into the Andre hairpin. But he's a little bit untidy there. Don't think he's going to be close enough. This has allowed Mercer to disappear down the road a little bit, and just under 2 minutes left now, so 2 laps of this race to go. 44.1 for Alex again last lap, 43.4, so only 0.7 quicker on that last lap. Don't think I'm going to do enough to catch Alex. Can see him now though. As Mercer sets his personal best through T1 at this stage of the race. Bullet's still doing enough to fight off Mungino at the moment in 5th and 6th. Keeping an eye on these two again through turn 6 coming up. Mungino absolutely chucking it through there, and it goes one way or the other. It either pays off. Managed to keep the speed up well there, to be fair. Still in the, still just about in the toe of Bullet up ahead, but it's giving Bullet a bit of breathing room again. As we're just under 30 seconds of this race to go now. Yeah, I don't think 1 minute 45 from Daz's last lap, so yeah, he's not going to be able to catch Drsl towards the end. It's Alex with a 44.8, 42.3, setting my personal best, 2 seconds quicker than Alex, but we're on the last lap now. Mercer in 4th, Bullet 5th, Mungino 6th, all coming through to complete another lap, and this will be our first official finisher. The incident field race from the start. So Drsl coming home in 7th place there. Daz in a strong 8th position. Good pace towards the end. Probably regret pitting, as a few other drivers did. There's Wilco crossed the line in 9th, and Candy brings it home in 10th. Rejoin the race leader Martin, who started from 12th. He was up to 5th place by the end of the first lap, and he was consistent as ever. Proved pretty unstoppable today. Looked after his tyres really well and maintained some good consistent speed from start to finish. So having disconnected from the last round and missing out on the race win, disconnected from qualifying and missing out on pole, he brings it home in 1st place. Congratulations Martin. You should see him move back to the top of the table. Considering Drzl's 7th place finish today, and that's myself chucking everything at it, but not being able to do enough to close the gap on Alex. Alex doing well there. That tyre wear holding on to 2nd place, and do his championship chances no harm at all. So Alex in 2nd, myself in 3rd and the final podium spot. A good drive from Mercer in the end there, 4th place. Bullet a bit further back in 5th, having done enough to hold off the fight from Mung towards the end, and Mung in 6th. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.